I remember I flew to Kathmandu, Nepal on the end of December 2005. The purpose of this trip is to visit Lumbini Park, where Buddha born as a pilgrimage. This is my first time going to Kathmandu city. I will tell you what had happened to me on this pilgrimage. That day it was very cold in the end of December as winter time. It was some invisible hand that protected me from the terrible cold while I was asleep on the sidewalk. The weather outside at that time in Kathmandu was very cold, but the whole night I was in a deep sleep and didn't feel cold. It was strangely unexplainable. Flight time from San Francisco to Kathmandu city is 11 hours. I was able to go on this pilgrimage because my aunt bought a ticket for me. At that time, I had only $250 with me when I flew to Kathmandu. Before I go to Kathmandu, I already have a plan, because I only have $250 with me, so I will sleep on the sidewalks and I have bread and dry food with me. I remember the time I flew to Tribhuvan International Airport. It was 10 a.m. I have all prepared and planned. When I arrive Tribhuvan International Airport, first I will take a taxi from the airport to the city center of Kathmandu. I took the taxi from the Tribhuvan Airport to the center of Kathmandu city, about 5 kilometers. After I arrived at center of Kathmandu city, I asked pass-by and people told the address of the bus station and they let me know the time the bus start going to Lumbini is early morning 7 a.m. The distance from Kathmandu city center to Lumbini is about 300 kilometers and takes 9 hours. I remember in 2005 $1 change to rupee was 69 rupees. I already know the address of the bus station and I know the bus departure time is tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. When I knew that I would be able to get on the bus to Lumbini tomorrow at 7 a.m. So that afternoon I decided to go visit the great stupa named Buddhanath. Buddhanath Stupa is one of the biggest Buddhist stupa, which is a pilgrimage site for Tibetans in Nepal. According to statistics, the population of Kathmandu city is 1,500,000 people. On the paths of Buddhanath there are many pigeons. I finished visiting the Buddhanath Tower. Next I went to visit Durbar Square. Durbar Square is the main place that tourists must visit. Around the Durbar Square area there are many temples with beautiful architecture. In Durbar Square one can admire the ancient history over 1,000 years. And can visit the antiques in the museum. In Durbar Square the architecture of the temples is very old and beautiful. Outside the temples there are beautiful statues of elephants and lions. The area of Durbar Square area is very large. Walking to visit the whole area is a bit long. Around the Durbar Square area, there are many shops displaying all kinds of souvenirs. After I finished visiting Burbar Square, next I went to Asan Barza. This Asan Barza is a very famous market in Kathmandu city. This Asan Barza sells everything: clothes, silk fabrics, food. This is my first time to Kathmandu, so I wanted to learn about Nepal culture and life. Along the streets they sell all kinds of food. Mentioning about the beliefs of Nepals, most of them are Hindu. 80% Hindu, only 10% are Buddhist. Most people in Kathmandu city, they are superstitious. All the temples worship all kinds of gods. In the alleys always jammed with traffic and crowded with people. Surrounding the Kathmandu city area there are many really high mountains. In the very month of December in winter, at the top of the peaks are snow-covered high mountains. The weather in Kathmandu city in winter is very cold, especially at night, even colder. I remember it was around 10 p.m. that night, so I took a rickshaw to the area near the bus station so that tomorrow morning I can get on the bus to Lumbini. After I got off the rickshaw, I went to find a place to sleep on the sidewalk near the bus station so that I could get on the bus tomorrow morning to Lumbini. I slept for a while, but it was so cold outside my whole body was shaking, I couldn't sleep. I need to wake up and I need to take a walk to warm up. I keep walking from street to street to keep my body warm. I don't even remember how many roads I have walked. I was so tired that I sat down on the side of the road to rest, but I fell asleep. I fell asleep until morning, but strangely last night in my sleep I didn't feel cold at all. Through what happened to me last night, I definitely felt that there was an invisible hand that protected me through the cold. Through the story I told you, what is your opinion and comments?